My name's Chad Rasmussen, and I am with My Father's Garden. My wife and I own that. Our journey began in 2013 when our preacher was preaching on living by faith. Hebrews 6:10 says that it's impossible to please the Father except by faith. So I was sitting in the congregation pondering that thought, that I do nothing in my life by faith. If I need more money, I work longer. If I'm sick, I go to the doctor. So that bothered me.
Asking the Father, he just heard the Holy Spirit as he was praying and saying that as soon as we got out of debt, I could quit my job. And the Holy Spirit just stopped him and said, how about she quits her job, then you get out of debt.
She was a general manager at a local restaurant in town and did pretty well at her job. So that actually required quite a bit of faith to do that. But it resonated with me and I couldn't shake it. So eventually I sat her down and said, honey, don't quit your job tomorrow, but you got to quit your job.
It afforded me an opportunity to garden with my dad, which is something I always held in my heart, a desire to do, and something we had always done since I was a little girl. But this time he was going to teach me everything. So he put me on the till, he had me drawing out the rows, he had me putting in the seeds, and he just taught me everything I needed to know about gardening, and we were going to work this garden together. So in May of that year, the plants started coming up and we started to see some progress, and it was around Memorial Day that he suddenly passed away. And so the garden took on a whole new meaning for me. It became a sanctuary, a place for me to kind of work out what just had happened.
One thing they noticed is that the plants, when they came up, they had planted 8 jalapeno plants and 8 bell pepper plants, which is about 7 more than any family needs. So trying to figure out what to do with all these, she started making pepper jelly. And in the middle of that, she thought, well, I've never made a lime jalapeno pepper jelly. So I took that jelly to work and we just gave it away that whole season. And then in fall, she learned about a grant program that the University of Arkansas had. We applied for that grant and they accepted our jelly as a project. So they assigned us an intern student that helped us scale up. We went from about 8 or 10 jars at home to 20 to 50 to 100. And now we can produce between 200 and 400 jars at a time. We're currently in about 90 stores across America, so we're continually to grow. We're not out of debt yet, but we know how we're going to get out of debt, and so we're just going to keep spreading the jelly.